Hi everybody, welcome back to Vintage Story Season 2, Episode 33 with me, Sid. And last episode, well, that little snapback always throws me out. We extended the main build out a little bit, so there's more kitchen space. Now, I haven't done, well, really anything with this since then. We need to rework out our kitchen. We need to get things sorted out like that. This roof will obviously and eventually change, but the kitchen needs a little bit of TLC, I think. I have made myself some bread. That's about as exciting as it got, and I have prepared myself some crafting materials. So we are still waiting for our various things to these. Now these are not actually, I mean that one is a while, but that one is not that far away, and that will give me some leather. That's done and blah blah blah. But the other crop we desperately need to encourage, and I'm going to change up these. I've got an idea on how to do that. So these are going to become probably slightly less efficient in their amount of planting spots, but all of the spots will be at the maximum hydration. And our visitors are still out over there. I don't know whether we can see any right now. Nope, but they're over in that area there, and there's a fairly large number of wolves there, and we have got actually an opportunity here to get a little bit of meat on the go if we wish to, because those walls are great for trapping rabbits, because the rabbits go and run at them directly. And yeah, rabbits are stupid. Let's just say that rabbits are dumb. Now, my thoughts on this is I'm wondering whether I can actually use the rabbits are dumb thing, because you can see here, let me just have a look. Hydration on that is, well, actually I've just watered that side. Damn you. But you can see these are at different levels. I think I watered both sides. Let me go to one that I haven't watered. I took the watering can and did them. Differing levels of growth, so that's 100%. Of course, it's raining. That is not going to help me, is it? Anyway, stupid rabbits are going to be over against the wall, and they tend to just run in a straight line when you interrupt them. So if we can sneak round without triggering Wolfie boys, they should, well, he's gone in the pit, that's fine. They should go into this corner, so maybe we could just put another moat-like structure so they end up. Oh, my accuracy is shocking. No rabbits were harmed in the making of this YouTube, and they're gone. Yeah, so maybe we put a small moat down here, and I didn't realise my accuracy was so terrible as well. I mean, I know elsewhere I have a buff on my accuracy. That's the thing. But yeah, maybe what we do is we pop in a moat and then channel it through to here. Now at the moment we've got actually quite a bit of red meat in there, so I could get it like that, and we'll No cows or rabbits were harmed in the making of this episode. However, we will get an awful lot of red meat from this, so maybe then we need to do something with it before I do anything else. Whoop. You're not doing a very good job attracting foxes, are you? But it should be reasonably easy then to join this up to the castle mode. We'll just come in from the wall and do it like that, I think. So that's the thing. And the rabbits will come back, but what I was trying to really get across there is I'm waiting for the flax, because the flax is going to be critical to some of my plans. There's no point chasing a rabbit, it's way faster than me. So yeah, right, we need to do something with that meat. 18 isn't, well, I haven't got it, I don't think I've got some. What do you mean? I know I haven't got salt. There's no salt in this equation whatsoever. Dry grass. Have I got any fat stashed away anywhere? If I have, it's well hidden. Really do need to sort out this lot. It is. Oh, there we go. There's a fat. There's some more leather. And I think that's bones. That's lovely. Right, what shall I do? If I do... I haven't quite... So I'm going to cook 2 up just as they are, and that will give me enough for 4 pies. Yeah, so 4 pies requires require basically 16 wheat of some or grain of some description. There we go. We're going to need 8 of one thing and 8 of another thing. And I also do need just to do... I'm cooking my CPU again. The GPU, sorry. Really bizarre how that works, but there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's that wheaty stuff, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should allow me to make a meat parsnip and turnip, so a couple of meat parsnip and turnip hoofers. It should be good. We need to get those going. Torch. Why? Yeah. I actually need to stop worrying about carrying a torch as much. I suppose I need it when I'm out and about, and now you know me, I would forget it because I've got the lantern. But yeah, it's always the trade-off, isn't it? Trade-off of inventory space versus things, and obviously in this I have a great deal of inventory space, so compared to more vanilla modded playthroughs that I'm on. So yeah, that's all fun. We'll get the cake, we'll get the pies done, and then I think my plan for today is going to be largely exploratory while we get the what's the word I'm looking for? While the flax grows and the leather finishes, and we'll get more leather on and do all the things as well. If I have time, I may have a little blat around rearranging the kitchen area, but that is going to be entirely down to how much time I've got, because at the time of recording I am 2 days away from going away on holiday. At the time of viewing I am 2 days away from being home from holiday. So yeah, I am up against it because I've got most of my material pre-recorded, or a lot of it pre-recorded, but this one will bring me up to having all of of the content for while I'm away recorded, but I have nothing currently recorded for when I'm back. So I do need to have like 2 or 3 things recorded for when I'm back, so I've got a buffer zone. Obviously. Hammer's hard. You know what? We'll use it as is. I don't think it's going to lose a great deal. Boop. 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 Oh, if you can hear beep, beep, beep in the background, there's a neighbour's alarm. It's a pain, but it's what I'm stuck with. Let's get these done so we can get 2 in, and then I'll get the next 2 cooking. The next 2 made. Because I don't want to waste any of that precious cooking time. Right, I will see you when the pies are done. Alright, just waiting on these last 2. If we have a look at the map, my plan for today is to get out and explore a bit, and the area I want to explore is down here. There is... that looks like a very uniform thing, but I think it's natural, but there's stuff there. There's definitely something there, I think, that we could... but we are going to walk across here, and then we're going to use a raft. Oops, hello, grab those quickly. We've got those, we've got food, we have got everything except our carry box, which we shall pick up and whack on the back. Yeah, so I want to get out and just explore a bit, because that way all of this lot can be growing. I mean, it's getting close. The turnips are very close to, or at least those ones are. These ones are not, and I definitely need to, before I replant these fields, address that, I feel. Let's not get wet. So yeah, hopefully going out for an episode or 2 of exploration will give me more chance to then, I suppose I should be ready for Wolfie goodness. Hopefully by then the flax will have grown. I will grab any potential seeds or food, and obviously we'll forage along the way and do the usual, and you know, probably talk rubbish about whatever comes into my head at the time, and yeah, we'll see what the world has in store for us today. I thought that was a crop. I could just see the top of that fringe, and clearly it wasn't. But yeah, my accuracy with this thing is terrible. I can't believe how bad I am with a spear, actually, as a class. Beginning to regret picking commoner. I mean, to be fair to myself, I picked commoner because I always pick commoner prior to joining the server, because I never really saw a huge amount of benefit to the classes. They seemed more limitation than benefit, but having played, albeit a modded class, but I suppose the equivalent might have been the malefactor, which has better sneaking up on animals and I think increased range damage. I'm not sure. It's nowhere near as much as the ranger, I know that much. That might have been the way forward. I'm not a big fan of the class recipes, which is why I kind of, for want of a better word, classist? I had bigoted opinions on classes. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know whether it's possible to be classist, but I definitely had opinions on the classes, and I think I am changing them around. But I do still think that having classes recipes locked behind a class on a server where you might have some kind of economy going, whether it be for gears or whatever, is potentially very beneficial, because it kind of gives individuals on the server a chance to go, well, you are I don't know, say, is it a tinker or a clockwork? You can do the stuff with machines and do those cheaper, so I'll get you to do that, and I'm the clothing person, so I will make all of the dyes and the clothing, and we'll trade or sell or do whatever we do. I think that is, a good thing for a server, but for single player, no, I think that is not a good thing. Again, I'm not very well armed. In fact, did I even repair my armour? I didn't, but it's not too bad. And it's reasonably easy to repair. I think it's just firewood for that thing. It's probably why the armour's so rubbish, let's be honest. But yeah, I will see you when we get down to the coast, and we will make up this the coast of the lake, I suppose. We're not really geared for water-based transport on this playthrough, again because we set the land to water ratio, well, we left it as default, so it has a lot more walking options and less water options, whereas I think actually changing that again is a good thing. So when and if we ever get to season 3 of the single player series, then that might be a consideration, as will obviously selection of mods. So that's all good. And the alarm's going off again. I thought it had stopped, I was getting excited, but clearly nothing to get excited about. Anyway, yeah, I will see you when we get there. Alright, we're a little bit further east than I anticipated, actually. I was thinking I'd come out around about there-ish, but clearly not. There's a small black and white cat scratching at the door to come in as well, but he's not coming in because he how do I put this about MJ? He's a better door than a window. He will plonk himself in front of my keyboard and sit in front of the screen. I can see maybe 2/3 of the screen, but of course I can't see any of the toolbar, so that makes life very difficult when working. So yeah, he's banned. I do need to make one of those, and I do need to make one of those. And these, I'm not sure whether I've actually shown this in the server play. These are great. Unlike Minecraft boats, if you haven't got the ore, you ain't going nowhere, which makes a lot of sense. It does mean that you have 2 inventory slots for your boat, but it also means that you have got this speed, which is pretty good, which is why I think, oh, hello, if you do that you go backwards. Yeah, watch what you're looking around at. Let me have a look at the maps. So I am wondering whether we were better off to start off down here. Let's have a little squiz around, because there's a desert there, which is, yeah, we'll try that for starters. But this is the way to travel. Obviously teleportation runes are also a way to travel, and if I'm brutally honest, if they existed in real life, I would definitely be, I wouldn't have a car, I'd just have teleportation runes all the time. But I think we all, I mean, the dream of the Star Trek teleporter, and it is a dream. I don't think that is ever going to be a technology that that comes along. I think it's definitely, that one is definitely grounded in science fiction, just because of the amount of sheer energy required to physically tear apart every atom in a human body and then reconstruct it somewhere else, not least of which mapping the quantum state of every atom in the human body instantaneously, so you can then put them back in the right order and actually end up with, you know, a person rather than meat paste. This is the bit where it gets funny. Right, it's control and click. No. Oh, I see. Yep, there we go. Right, controls. So control. I need my carry on keys. Where are you? Carry on keys. Control. Control I, Control U, Control M, Control V, L. Where's carry on? Control Q. Okay, how do I change the carry on settings? Because it's Alt. This from right hand contents. Cannot find carry on stuff. Let me just check this out. I'll be back in a moment. Alright, the workaround, which is the only thing, is to have an item in your active slot. In your alt offhand slot. Doesn't appear in the current version that you can change it, so I'm not sure why it's alt on the server. That must be a tweak somewhere along the line in the configs or something. But doesn't matter. This is all learning. I mean, I would have thought the obvious thing would just be to give you a configurable, you'll have your seeds, a configurable key, so you can change the key to something that's, you know, less disruptive when you can want to pick things up. Right, this bit I do not like as much. Again, I am having to actively rein in my expectations on my own abilities because I am not playing on one server, one game. I'm playing on another, and I've been putting quite a lot of hours in on the server recently. That is a ruin. Have I found that before? And as a result, my conscious thoughts are that I am probably much stronger than I actually am. What we got? We got that. A little bit of bony soil. Not seeing any. Didn't hear anything, did I? Ooh, resin. Can't get that in a moment. Right, let's have a look. What we got? Food vessel. That's fine. It'll be some grain. Let's just hunt around quickly for a couple of flints. My good shovel is very nearly shot, so let's make myself a bad shovel. And see, come on, show me a flint. There's one. The other thing I have to remember is a lot of the food I have on this is not as good as the food I have in alternative shovel. In alternative settings. So I also do need to consider my food preservation to make sure that I don't go and run myself out of food. Or if I can find one more flint, just so I've got a few more. Let me go and dig up that bony soil now, and I'll eat this grain. because it's, you know, things. That's fire clay, so let me just go on the map and go here, red. Alright, having raided that thoroughly, we are heading well away from where I heard Wolfie sounds, I think. And heading over this way because I think that might be something. Well, it'll be nothing, but it might be something, and I think that that's either a tree or something, but it's a very good chance that's a tree. In fact, it is a tree. It's that one there. Oh dear. But you look at these things and you're kind of going, oh, is that, what's that? Is that something? But that is definitely something over there. Or is it? Is it just nope, that is a ruin. Look at it. Beautiful. Just what we wanted to see. Right, let's just have a little squiz around. Just see if we can't spot any bit of resin there, but it's quite a hike. Well, it's not a hike, I mean, it's just down there. That's not a hike. It feels like a hike when you look at it on the map. Shall we put it that way? That one looks a little bit into that tree line. We've got the thing over there which could be something, it could be nothing, but there is at least one vessel there. I think that looks like a ruin over there as well. So I think we're definitely picking up the ruins as we go here. And giving ourselves some clothing options. I will grab that resin just because I can. And because I've got a blob of resin about my person anyway. Probably even grab that one if I can. Bloop. But it's amazing how. Right, yeah, I need to. Just reach it. Well, we'll be a good little explorer this time, and we shall mark the resin. And while we are here, we shall have. I don't think that's anything. It could be. Okay. Again, these trees. That looks big enough to potentially be something. Let me give it a question mark for now. I know that's something, and I'm fairly certain there's something here. So that gives us stuff to play with over there. I think that's something, but it could be nothing. Obviously, I mean, kind of one of the most obvious things you could say, isn't it? That maybe something, but it could be nothing. Yes, of course. Well, the insights on this man are incredible. Yeah, this is shaping up to be an interesting little exploration. And we've still got that big structure with all the locusts in to go back to at some point when I'm feeling a little bit more muscular. Let me just, speaking of muscular, let me just finish off that piece of pie and top up on some grain. Must have some pretty good teeth to be eating that. Anyway, yeah, I will see you. Well, is it worth saying I'll see you when you get there? I mean, we're not going to be. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. All right, here we are. By the way, there's a little ruin here, but it's just one of those road ruins. I'm not going to waste the inventory space carrying road path blocks at this stage because I am sure I want them. But let's get a nice screenshot for thing. We've got an ore vessel. Wow, this is actually quite a lot. That's another ore vessel. Ooh, that's a nice dyed clay vessel. That's another ore vessel. That's forage. What? Oh man, there's a lot going on here. And don't know whether that's actually a ruin or what. This kind of feels like it is going down there. Pardon me, I've got one of those colds which is mainly runny nose. Tool. Or is there anything at the top there? I don't know. Let's go and find out, shall we? This is why you carry a bit of dirt with you. Up. No, that's not. That would be entirely the wrong way of coping with that, I'm sure. Suppose I could just go straight up. I'm only trying to see what's on the top, aren't I? Yeah, a few gears. Yeah, there's definitely a small ruin there as well. But that, not a lot for the amount of effort you got up there. Oh dear. Right, let's have a look what's in these vessels, shall we? Get all the way back down, see what's in the vessels, and then see if there's anything hidden about this, because it just feels like it's trying to be what's the word I'm looking for? It's trying to kind of give you the nothing to see here, move along. Titanium, okay. I don't think it has any significant use in the game. You can make bits out of it, a little bit of coal and copper. Oh man, this nose is going to be a little bit of brown coal. Some more grain, rice actually this time. And what else? You see, it's this here that has me suspicious, but I think it's just... I don't think it's anything. I think I'm reading too much into it. Horsetail poultice. More black hole. Still got to do the up ones yet. Food. I think, what was that? Or was it forage? It might have been forage. Tool. More shovels and knives in stone than I could ever want. Okay, thank you. Oh, and that is stuff. Right. I need to try and make... There's any more hiding, is there? I mean, the only thing I was wondering is if there is something sneaky going on here, but I don't think there is. No, it just takes you down. Yeah, it's not going anywhere, so there's nothing. It's just a ruin. Right, we need to, however, get rid of you, and I need to get rid of you temporarily so I can get you out. Wrong key. And then that can go in there. Maybe, let's have a look. Picture can go in and scroll. Tuning cylinder, I suppose that could go in. Right, I need to start looking at what I'm taking and what I'm keeping, don't I? Black hole instead of that stuff, definitely. That instead of that, definitely. I think we're kind of getting there now. And that goes back on my back, and then we'll just go and borrow this lake to divest myself of some garbage. I don't need 4 copper nuggets. I've got plenty of copper. Don't need that. Certainly don't need 3 stone shovels. I'll get rid of those. Keep that. Stone knife. Don't really need you. Torch. Yeah, flint will keep. Don't really need you. So you need 20 for that. And it turns into titanium. Titanium ingot can be used to do what? Nothing. And that. So this clearly is. Yeah, oh, it's an ingredient for a tier 3 refractory brick, which I am so far away from. I think we can divest ourselves of it. I don't think, and that little bit of honeycomb can go. You can go. We'll keep the poultice. Those can go. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Let's go and have a look at this other little ruin, and then we can see where we're going next. Let me just put a little bit of grain down my neck with my super tough choppy choppers. Chompy choppers. Yeah, so I mean, this is an interesting one, because if you look at this, there is absolutely no way you would have told this from a ruin from the map. It's just not clear that this is actually a ruin, because it's so well integrated into the ground. However, I think we probably need to grab the bony soil. I'm going to have another sifting session, aren't I, at some point? Because it's there's a lot of it. Oh, and there's a... Again, it really does want me to have those reeds, doesn't it? Didn't see, yeah, it's nothing that way. I'm not that bothered that, wow, that's... Then I'm going to go hunting around for bony soil everywhere. He says hunting around for bony soil. Yeah, clearly I lied. Oh, hello, move all up. Bony soil, woo! I suppose you should, because it is always a possible source of, you know, rarities, things you don't get normally. So, yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, let me get rid of, well, again, we'll use the water because it will hide all of the stuff I don't want. And let's just go down south a little bit and find ourselves somewhere to get a vantage point from. I'll be back in a sec. Actually, Suvite stones, meteoric iron pieces. This is a meteor. Somewhere, there we go, it's a Suvite. Somewhere down here there should be... We'll pick it up. It's one. We need 2, and we also need to be rocking. I think this looks like it might be quite a deep. Got to be in here somewhere. There you go. 1, 2. Now I cannot mine that. I need iron tools. But that's a good one, without a doubt. So we need here. Don't suppose you have anything for a meteor crater, have you? No, okay, we'll go with a big star in green. Meteor. Save. So we shall be able to come back and grab that once we are in a position to mine those. I think that's the first time I've actually found Suvite on the surface. Every time I found a meteor, it's just been sheer chance. Usually by spotting a overly uniform. What's that over there? It's a block of grass. Seeing things where there aren't any now. Anyway, I shall. I'm still looking to get myself up to a position where we can observe the world from. So I shall be back. That didn't sound very close. In a second. Alright, I have definitely just heard a wolf in that direction, so we are heading this way. We're going the way that the wolf isn't, I think. Boink, boink, boink. There is a little bit of resin down here. Thought I saw some anyway. Did I? Or am I just losing my mind? I think I lost my mind. Alright. So, this is going to be 2 hours. Again, coming out. That's a drifter. I thought it was a wolf. I was ready to sprint. Drifters I don't mind. Well, I do mind. I mean, again, I have to remember that I'm not who I am on the server. So I do mind them more because I can't one-shot surface drifters like I can on the server. For that matter, wolves. I one-shot wolves on the server. Yeah, but my thoughts are that, you know, when you're coming out to do something like this, if you keep just whipping back every time, you're just spending a lot of time travelling, and you're wasting time. You know, it's only going to be a matter of time before we are back at the what's the word I'm looking for here? Come on, at winter. That's the word I was looking for. So my thoughts are we are going to probably stop here on this lake. Well, again, it's a lake stroke sea. There's quite a bit to it, so I'm going to circumnavigate this, I think, and I'm fairly certain that that is a structure there. I can't see anything else obvious this kind of direction, but that doesn't mean there isn't anything, and we'll see what we see. But the other limiting factor, of course, is going to be our inventory. Once we're full, and that's when you need to go back. Now, I'm not full right now, and there is stuff we can get rid of. So I think we'll resume next episode. I'll get us up to here, and I'll kind of pause there. And I think that might be something as well. I'm not 100% certain. Might be one of those little huts. Little wooden huts, but we'll resume next time near that that point of interest, that little, hopefully what I think is a ruin, and we shall continue with the exploration. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.